When it comes to making choices, are you usually decisive and confident? Or do you compare a lot, make a list of pros and cons, and often struggle with indecisiveness because you worry that you will make the wrong choice? When a person struggles with self-doubt, they often fear taking the next step forward because they are afraid of being wrong and facing the consequences followed by their choices. Needless to say, this can cause a lot of stress on themselves and may come off as weak and irresponsible to others. What we really need to know is that self-doubt and low confidence can be improved over time. In this video, we will go over the origin of self-doubt so you know the root cause and how to transform your self-doubt to build unstoppable confidence so you can live your life with less stress and anxiety. Stay tuned. Insecure people troubled by self-doubt will often change their minds a lot and stay stuck for a very long time. They may stay stuck in an unhappy, unfulfilling job. They likely will stay in a toxic or even abusive relationship. And they'll likely stay small and complacent to their comfort zone and the people around them, even if it's not helping them to grow or prosper. Self-doubt is like corrosive cancer that eats a person's confidence away. When activated, the criticizing and judgmental thoughts appear in the insecure person's mind with degrading remarks that halts their actions, decisions, and desire for bigger, greater things. Insecure people who have self-doubt are likely drained from their indecisiveness, as self-doubt often puts a person in an anxious state of mind. The thought of, what if I made the wrong choice, puts the person into a spiral of indecisive agony that is hard to escape. What we need to know is that this is not the insecure person's fault. It's their harmful programming that is overriding their intuition and preventing their ability to build resilience. Deep down, the insecure person who is crippled by self-doubt has deep-seated fear that has yet to bring to awareness. This can be the fear of facing the consequences and taking responsibility for their choices, the fear of being rejected, humiliated, mocked, and abandoned. The question you may ask yourself is, what is the worst that could happen? Keep asking the question, and it will help you get down to the root cause of what is holding you back from your truth and making the choice you want. The root cause of self-doubt. An insecure person with the programming of self-doubt and low confidence is most likely raised by caregivers or parents who are highly critical, demanding, and use punishment for discipline. This type of damaging parenting style destroys a child's foundation for safety and security, which is also their root chakra. The long-term effect of degrading one's self-esteem through verbal shaming and punishment prevents a child from strengthening their inner guidance to build resilience. With every move or decision, the child is conditioned to seek the parent's approval instead of their inner voice, and this causes the child to have an unstable sense of core self. With a weak sense of core self, the child is susceptible to manipulation, gaslight, and unable to stand up for themselves because they were never taught to trust themselves in the first place. This is dangerous for the child's development and well-being because it's self-abandoning to one's needs over other people's demands. As quoted by Beverly Engel, the author of The Emotionally Abusive Relationship, with emotional abuse, the insults, insinuations, criticism, and accusations slowly eat away at the victim's self-esteem until he or she is incapable of judging a situation realistically. He or she may begin to believe that there is something wrong with them, or even fear they are losing their mind. They have become so beaten down emotionally that they blame themselves for the abuse. If this resonates with you, there is still a chance to overcome self-doubt and rebuild self-trust. Tips to build self-trust. To revert this damaging programming and to overcome self-doubt, it's important to take time to re-establish trust with ourselves and our inner voice. It's helpful to keep a habit of journaling to assure oneself's perspectives, thoughts, and feelings for self-reflection. Writing things down also helps you organize and process your experiences to gain more clarity. If you want to try out a digital journal for convenience and to save trees, you can consider downloading our free digital journal from the link in the video description below. Along with journaling, it's also a good idea to recite positive affirmations to build your confidence. Some examples of positive affirmations to strengthen core self. I now choose to listen to my internal guidance. It is okay for me to trust myself and make my own decisions. I am open and receptive to my inner guidance. Repeat this day and night and feel the power from within as you say it. It's also important to know that self-doubt is coming from our mindset. One must come to understand that although we may come with natural-born talent, it still takes much practice to get to become fluent and more practice to become mastery. No matter what skills we're trying to acquire in life, it takes learning, practicing, discipline, and creativity to go beyond what was taught. Nothing in real life is set in stone as the world keeps evolving, so it's best to stay open-minded and invest in your learning and growth. Often, we may not be so certain whether we made a right or wrong choice until some time passes and we can look back to connect the dots. If self-doubt has been troubling you, then you must prioritize building trust with yourself first. Let go of the urge to self-criticize, self-blame, self-shame, and people-please. Your priority is to learn to nurture and strengthen the inner voice of your higher self. Honor your body and become more aware of what your emotions is trying to tell you. If you feel something is off or sense something is not right, step back and look at the situation or the people involved. Always trust your gut feelings to prevent danger. Through activities such as meditating, journaling, and spending time with yourself, you can rebuild trust and the connection with yourself. If you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing and sharing it with people you like. Until next time, remember to spark the magic within you. Take care and we'll see you in the next video.